villain books, new number ones, new X-Men title. Check out all the great stuff I picked up in this week's haul. Hey comic book fans, welcome to Comic Book Corner 2.0, and fans, you're back with me, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to bring you Spider Slayer's comic book haul. This is episode 382, and fans, this is the video series where each and every week I share with you which comic books and other things I picked up at the comic book store. And let me just say, guys, that this is a huge week. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit that all-important notification button so you don't miss any content from me. So, without further ado, let's not waste any more time. Let's dig into the mysterious black bag of comic books. So, as I reach inside the mysterious black bags, we reveal, well, obviously, comics. So, here is the stack for this week. So, what did I get? Got a lot of DC stuff because I get in those DC Year of the Villains variant covers. So we're going to start off with The Flash. This is issue 75. This is a really cool cover as you get to see Captain Cold on there, and you love the outlining of the cover here as that's supposed to be the furry part of his hood, and then you just see his face. I love the intensity of his eyes. That's a really cool cover. Not currently reading The Flash at this moment in time, but here's some of the interior artwork so you guys can check that out. That might make a difference for you, whether you might want to pick up this book this week or not, or are you just picking it up for the cover, kind of like I am. Now, the reason why, again, I'm picking up all these covers is because I'm getting like $24 in store credit. So it's cool to have in your collection, and I'm getting some free money at the same time. All right, so next this week, this is Detective Comics. This is issue 1008. As has another Cold Man on there, or Freeze guy, right? You got Dr. Freeze on there, and same thing. He's kind of cool, a little bit more cartoony, like not as realistic. So, but pretty cool. You can see like almost like the sadness in his face in that cover. Detective Comics this time around starts a new story arc. It's out of that done with that Spectre arc, so hopefully it's better. Here we get to see the Joker right here front and center in the first page of the book. So is this more of a Joker-centered type of story arc? I don't know. It's still yet to be seen, but we'll see. It looks like that. And I love the artwork in this book, so it's really good. So this is a Detective Comics issue 1008. All right. So next for these covers, I don't even know who this is. I don't know if this is Lex Luthor as an old man. I don't know. But this is Action Comics issue 1013. For me, that might be Lex Luthor. He just looks older for his age. I know he's kind of going through some stuff right now. I've actually dropped off of Action Comics right now. I'm just not a fan of Brian Michael Bendis' story. It's just not for me, okay? I love Peter J. Tomasi's run, who's doing Detective right now, and I thought that the way he changed around the character and whatnot was great. This direction is just not for me. I'm curious what you guys think as well, but this deals with the whole Leviathan situation, and again, I'm just not a fan. And certain things are not for everybody. But that's what's great about this hobby, because you can pick up something that you will like instead, But, again, Year of the Villain variant, I picked it up. Will I read it? Probably not. All right, next. This one is Batgirl issue 37. Is this like the new Oracle or something? Like, I don't know who this character is there. It's a female, as you can see. And I haven't read Batgirl in a few issues either. I kind of fell stale for me. Interior artwork is pretty cool, as you can see in here. Good colors. I love the facial expression there by Barbara. Just lots of action going on. Pretty cool paneling in the action shots too. Yeah, but tell me which DC books you guys are actually reading right now. Which ones are your favorite, or do you feel like DC's kind of letting you down this year? So that is Batgirl issue 37. That's that villain variant. All right, next we have the Terrifics issue 18. I have not read this book in a very, 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 very long time. Why Bizarro's on the cover, I'm not sure. However, I love the detail that goes into his cover, into his face, and I just love his mouth and his teeth. I mean, he just looks intense. He looks angry. He looks just pissed off. Don't cross his path. So whatever's going on in Terrifics right now, again, I'm not sure. I'm surprised that this book is still going on. This is probably one of the last titles that kind of had to tie in with the whole metal situation. So here we have some more of that interior artwork. So yeah, so that is the Terrifics. This is issue 18. All right. Next, we have Justice League Dark, issue 13. Not sure who this character actually is. So if you guys want to give me some insight in that, that would be great, because I have no idea. Dr. Fate, he's in there. So again, this is one of these titles that I don't normally read. So again, I read the first issue of this, and it's just, again, not my thing. I'm not usually heavy into the heavy dark magic type of stuff. I find it cool that Wonder Woman is leading a team. But again, the people that were surrounding her in this group, in this roster, it just wasn't for me. So, and I can't read everything. So this is Justice League Dark. This is issue 13. All right. Next, we have Wonder Woman issue 75. This is a cool cover. I'm supposing this is Cheetah, I guess. That's the way it looks like to me. I thought this one was really neat looking. So, of course, I had to pick that one up. And then this is another book, obviously, dealing with Wonder Woman, because it's Wonder Woman's title, right? So, again, Wonder Woman is something that I've not also have been a fan of. Again, DC for me is just leaving stuff on the table. I'm just not a fan of it this year, right? It just hasn't captured me a lot. So, again, that's personal opinion. I've always driven to Marvel to begin with. So when DC doesn't interest me, I'm like, oh, I'm going to buy more Marvel titles, you know? So, but with these villain covers, it might interest you in actually reading a different story from DC that you haven't read for a while. So we have that there too. So yeah, pretty cool. I mean, the artwork looks great, but I don't really hear anybody talking about Wonder Woman right now. All right, so next we go into independent book, Middle West, issue 9. Skottie Young's story, really well done. It's beautifully told. The artwork is awesome as well. And it's funny because Skottie Young doesn't do the artwork. He just writes this book. And it's George Corona that actually does the artwork for this book. And you would think it's a type of Skottie Young art, but it's not. It's very similar tone. And it's a great fantasy adventure type of story. And it's about a boy who's trying to find himself and hide from his abusive father, and he just goes on this adventure along the way. And it's just a really fun, awesome looking book, and great story. So if you guys are looking for something different, I definitely suggest going out there and buying Middle West. I don't think this is good jumping on points, but you can read it from the first trade. So again, this is issue 9. All right, next, another DC title here. We got Sean Murphy with Matt Hollingsworth, Batman, Curse of the White Knight. This is the sequel to The White Knight, and I thought Sean Murphy did a wonderful job. This is under the Black Label, so and this is the first Black Label book that is actually like a normal sized comic book, but very glossy like cover, as you can see there, how my computer screen reflects off of Batman's cape. Which I think is kind of cool. And I'm very curious to see how this thing kicks up once again. But yeah, so Sean Murphy does the, I guess he does the artwork in here. I'm not 100% sure. I guess because it looks like his artwork. So I guess he helps done it. Okay, so the art and the script is done by Sean Murphy. Oh, and Matt Hollingsworth does the colors and the cover colors. So that's how he assists in here. But here's how we have some more of that opening page artwork in there. So again, I love Sean Murphy stuff. I'm just a fan of it. I love the way it looks. I love the last series. Hopefully this one's just as solid. So this is Batman, Curse of the White Knight. This is book 1. All right, I'm Batman. What's next? more DC. DC's taking over this week, man. Dial H for Hero, issue 5. Great story so far. Puts a smile on my face every week as we get to see all these heroes that come out of the phone, and you just never can't wait to see what they're going to throw at the reader next. I think there's some good character interactions in here too, and kind of throws back to yesterday's comics, what happened in the last issue where it was like, what's his face, was it Miguel, I think is his name, or I don't even remember the dude's name, which I can't remember everybody's name, but nevertheless, it is fun. And it has great artwork. Again, it's just very, again, fantasy-like. Love all these different types of characters that they throw at you when when the phone is dialed. So yeah, it is cool, guys. If you haven't picked this one up, you might like it. If you're stuck on the way the old Dial H was, it might not be for you. But check this out, dude. Do you remember this? This Superman's like spaceship or whatever it is. I had this in a Hot Wheels car. Did you guys have this? I'm just curious out there if you guys ever had something like that. Dude, I can't believe they're bringing that back. That's kind of cool. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. Dial H for Hero. This is issue 5. All right, next we have the Amazing Spider-Man issue 26. We have Spider-Man goes toe-to-toe with the foes, and this is the new syndicate that's in there. Here it has like Boomerang and it has what's his name, Speed Demon and the Shocker and the Beetle and whatnot. But I felt like in the last issue they ran into all the female team, if I remember correctly here. So looks like we got a different artist on this particular issue, as Ryan Otley did the entire issue 25, which was a heavy task. It was like 60-something pages. I kind of just don't like how the artists always change, though, on Spider-Man. It's kind of a letdown. So we'll see what happens here. This is issue 26 of the series. All right, next, Marvel, Guardians of the Galaxy, issue 7. I'm not going to open this up. I don't want to spoil anything for you. Supposedly, it's the death of Rocket. How does Rocket die? What happens? Who knows? You got to read it to find out. Very curious to see. And does he stay dead? Or who revives him at the end of this book? If that actually happens, we shall see. So, Guardians of the Galaxy, this is issue 7. Alright, next, we have the History of the Marvel Universe. This one is done by Mark Waid and Javier Rodriguez. Very curious to see how they're going to put the history of the Marvel Universe in this book. What they're going to tap into. It looks like a story's being told. It's being narrated by somebody. I don't know if it's Silver Surfer, but it looks like it has to do a lot with the cosmics. We get to see the Infinity Stones in there as well. So yeah, it looks like this huge cosmic thing. The Eternals, just all kinds of crazy stuff. I'm very curious how they tell this story. Again, looking forward to it. This is one of the more pricier books this week. This is $4.99. All right. Whew, we got a lot going on here this week. Web of Venom, Funeral Pyre. This is issue 1. Anything that has to do with Carnage, Venom, anything that leads up to Absolute Carnage, I'm definitely on board with. I'm going to check it out. Even though the artwork's kind of funky in this, I'm going to read it. I'm going to see what actually happens. So here we go. We got this. And we got this. Oh, check that out. That's an awesome, awesome, awesome picture right there. So yes, that is Funeral Pyre. This is issue 1. All right, next, we have a new number 1 this week. That's Valkyrie issue number 1. So Jane Foster is back as Valkyrie. So we're going to see what her story entails. Does she team up with Thor? Like, who's going to be her supporting cast? She has different powers now. Pretty cool artwork. I love the coloring in this book. Some great action scenes. I have a feeling that if you were a fan of Jane Foster Thor, that this could be the book for you, because she is back. And what do you think of the new Thor movie that's going to be coming out with Jane Foster going to be in it as well? So that's Valkyrie issue 1. And then we wound up getting, yes guys, Hickman's House of X. This is issue 1. This is the X title you've been waiting for. X-Men issue 1 by Hickman. What's going to happen? I don't know. He looks like he's doing some kind of weird dance there. What's going on with Cyclops, right? I have no idea. Here's some weird charts that Hickman likes to do. He likes to do all that weird mappy, different language type of stuff. Showing you some of this interior artwork. You know, who's on board with this X-Men stuff? Are you guys? Check it out. Some more interior artwork. I'll flip a little bit further down. Oh, look. More charts. It's like a flipping encyclopedia. It's a dictionary. That's what Hickman does, man. So, yeah. So, there you go. So, we'll check it out. House of X. We'll see what happens. This is one of 6, and it's $5.99. All right, and then we wound up getting the Immortal Hulk issue 20, the San Diego Comic-Con exclusive variant. You can see that Hulk there is pulling off a symbiote. It's just black and white, really cool. Wasn't very much money. It was very inexpensive, so I thought it was kind of cool. It's limited to 4,000 copies. So again, they had this at the shop. I picked it up. San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. All right, and then last but not least, I wound up getting the Avengers. This is issue 232. It's my Avengers initiative as I am setting myself up to collect every single Avengers title from Volume 1. So, there you guys have it. There is the hefty haul for the week. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Now it's your turn in the comments below to tell me which books you picked up this week, which books you're most excited for reading. And guys, as always, thank you so much for watching Comic Book Corner 2.0. And until that next comic book review, this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off. And thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Bye.